Hi, my name is Godfrey. I was wondering if anyone has ever used clothing to cover up nakedness. I'll be talking to you about the textile industry and I'll be using Nigeria as a case study. Textile industry processes cotton in order to produce textile material for the consumption of the garment and tailoring factories in Nigeria. Over the years, the industry have recorded an annual growth of 67% and has employed workers about 25% into the manufacturing industry. Presently, fewer than 30 factories are currently operating in Nigeria, down from 250 factories in the 80s. This indicates that there is a problem. And first on the problems is smuggling. Now, over 80% of the textile materials that are flooding the Nigerian market today are being smuggled into the country, leading the country to lose about 170 billion naira VAT annually to smuggling. That has a negative impact on the industry. Next to that, power. There is poor power supply to this industry and thereby leading this industry to be using diesel in order to power their machinery. That also have a negative impact on this industry. Next to that, we have import. 80% of the fabrics that are flowing up and down the Nigerian market today are being imported by the federal government, leading the Nigerian federal government to be spending over 300 billion naira annually. That also is a challenge to this industry. Next to that, we have the intervention fund. The intervention fund that the federal government are giving to this industry is 100 billion naira and thereby expecting 6% interest rate. That is huge if you ask me. Now, what can the federal government do about this to ensure that this industry is being revamped? Is by developing policies, and seeing that these policies are being implemented as they should. An upward review of the intervention fund from 100 billion naira to 1 trillion naira will be a very good policy to implement. Next to that, adequate power supply. The federal government should ensure that there is adequate power supply to this industry to ensure its revamp. Next to that, you have total import ban. Of course, we have an existing ban on that, but I think the federal government can do more to that by engaging all stakeholders and ensure that this ban is fully observed. Next to that, we have interest rate. As I stated earlier on, the interest rate expected from this industry from the federal government is 6%. Now, if the government can look into this and have a downward review of this interest rate to a minimum of 3, that would do a big job to the industry. So with this point, I call on the federal government and all stakeholders to look into these problems and these solutions and ensure that all these policies have been made up, and with that, we'll ensure that the industry is being revamped.